Or is it kind of like the YouTube copyright deadlock, where if
everything is trying,
where if everyone tries to claim the ad revenue, then nothing gets it?
I wonder.
And like it cancels each other out, and that none of the ghosts actually possess you because they're in constant battle with each other.
Maybe you can sit back and watch them fight each other or argue in your head.
Yeah.
Or maybe, realistically, the strongest would probably win.
Is the tomb of the great Sith Lord, Marco Ragnos, a half-breed who possessed tremendous strength, physically and in the Force.
Half-breed who possessed tremendous... half-breed...
Marco Ragnos was a pretty big, strong boy.
Half-breed what?
Sith.
Like, race-wise?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Ragnos held power for over a century, using his cunning to turn his enemies against each other. His death left a great vacuum of power. We're standing close to the spot where Naga Sadow first confronted Ludo Kresh to vie for domination of the Sith. Their struggle nearly resulted in a civil war that would have torn the Sith apart before they ever threatened the Republic.
Okay, Star Wars has a problem. I don't know...
Really? No.
I don't know how many...
Is it Disney? Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know how many cases it applies to, but the two big ones I can think of are the Mandalorians and the Sith. Are both a race and a people. And, like, their modern incarnations are just people who follow its way, but at some point you go back and it's actually a race. And in both cases, I get it from a lore point of view, but it just makes it confusing in moments of dialogue.
So the Sith are a race, but it's said in a line of dialogue by Kreia, and that like we're talking about. Did you think like the machines and the people and the ships and all that were Sith?
Right.
In the Civil War, they weren't. They're just following the idea.
Right.
And that the Sith are an actual.
It's a race and a religion.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Jewish.
I guess
it's a people.
I guess it's the Hebrew people,
it's
and
a culture,
and
it's and a religion, and a faith, The thing about it though is just like if they used like capital and lowercase letters, perhaps you could like distinguish between, or But I guess there's moments where it's like when you say the Sith, and he was actually one of the race. Like I wish there was a word that would like emphasize that.
Well, he did half-breed.
Well, I guess so.
He literally said half-breed.
Yeah.
Right.
But let's say he was full-breed.
Again, the plot, like these current Sith Lords basically were Jedi that fucked off like a long time ago, and then hung out and found the Sith by accident through exile and through exploring the galaxy, and then they just ended up conquering them and banging them.
And I believe like because again with the lore when it comes to like Mandalorians, when I remember going back to read it, the name of the race is a different name. And Mandalore was a dude, right? So, like, I forgot the name of that race, so they'd actually be able to specify there. But in the case of the Sith, like, it was just called the Sith, and then later on, it was called the Sith.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's also just the problem when you have so many writers and so many people trying to do their own interpretations of things, and then, and especially now with, again, we think we've talked about to death at this point, is that we have two different forms of canon that are in direct contradiction to each other, right? So. I think that's just, there's just a lot of interpretations of certain things, and it's coming, it's like, oh yeah, Mandalorians were a race. No, Mandalorians were a creed. No, Mandalorians were this. No, man, it's like,
And every time you create a powerful class of character that's very cool that people want to know about, you have to create a society around them. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes, it is the way of the Sith. They must continually test their strength against each other, even if it means destroying themselves.
Saiyan pride.
So what happened between Sato and Kresh? Sato and Kresh.
Did they Zenkai like Dragon Ball?
Landed on Korriban. Naga Sadow manipulated the Sith into believing they were a sign of impending Republic invasion.
We read about this in episode 0.
Resonated with many Sith who were discontent with the lack of expansion of the Sith Empire during the reign of Marco Ragnos. Thus, Naga Sadow became Ragnos' successor.
So they did the common enemy tactic of like, look, there's an enemy over there we can fight. Let's stop fighting each other. Yeah, let's go get him. Is what happened, right? And like most things, if your entire society is run by like common enemy like style politics, then if if you have no common enemy, you tend to turn on yourself.
Yeah. You eat your own Ouroboros.
To quote Kreia, united by hatred is a fragile alliance at best.
So always have a third party there to be beat up on.
Yeah.
Makes it easier. All right. So, and if we were to try to make our way all the way back to the map, let's see if we can actually even get there. This is facing the one way behind.
So that's where we came in. That's the very end of the map as of per KOTOR 1. So you want to go up the other direction, down to the south. If you're looking for bodies, just zigzag through the ruins.
No, I was actually looking for the pathway that led to the academy.
Oh, you're running right towards it.
Yeah. Okay.
Here, you can just barely see the Sith archaeologists' efforts to uncover relics of the ancients.
Tell me more.
Tell me more.
The new Sith Order sought to progress quickly by finding objects of
Tell
power.
me more. Tell
I
me
can only
more.
imagine what was lost forever.
Same.
Did the Sith put up a fight?
Now the excavation has been almost completely undone by 5 years of wind and sand. So does Korriban protected secrets.
Okay, so they were excavating old relics.
Which is what we saw them doing in KOTOR 1.
There's some good shit here,
Uh-huh.
but they never finished.
Yep. And then the Sith did the Sith thing and kill each other. And then the planet was just kind of like, well, we're still here, I guess.
Planet's like, thank you!
Thanks for fucking off. Don't come back. As broken as the lightning is, it is nice to see some lightsaber combat.
Yeah, this is what I want. I just want to see this shot right here.
Yeah.
You know?
It's just, hey, a level.
Like, I still remember the exact moment when I saw the trailer for Attack of the Clones and the final shot of the trailer, which is the Colosseum,
Yep.
and the surrounding moment with all the lightsabers.
Yeah.
And then also the dust storm,
Yeah.
where all the lightsabers are on in the middle of the dust.
Yeah.
And I was like, we've been waiting to see a bunch of lightsabers on at the same time for our entire lives.
Yeah, that, like, when did A New Hope come out? Like, 78? Something like that?
Before I was born.
Yeah.
You know?
When it was late 70s, so yeah, at least, like, basically 30 years.
So I
20,
remember
30
I
years.
was so excited by that shot because it was like, well, maybe it'll fix the problems now that we're jumping forward in time.
Yeah.
Now that we're getting like not the
Now that we're
kid.
done with that bullshit. Maybe it'll get good. God.
But that was the first like, oh my god, all of the Jedi, they're there. Oh my god. So seeing a bunch of lightsabers still kind of brings me back to that.
Yeah. No, it's pretty fucking hype. It's a real hype moment.
In fact, if I'm not mistaken, the music in the trailer cuts out as you see that dust shot, and then you see all the
I have to go back and watch it, but yeah.
then you see all the clone troopers moving in, and then the whole Colosseum fight goes down.
So we were working towards up in valor and defense for something that may become useful later.
All right.
And so I would recommend both of those. Because right now it is a pain in the ass to activate all three in the middle of battle. But if we were to maybe acquire some type of power that triggers all of them... Because as you notice, we're starting to take some hits. Oh,
Hey!
yeah. Nothing on the surface, huh?
Restored content?
No. These ones are here in the original game.
Why?
Because they're here. Also,
It's not a bad guess, to be fair.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if that's going to trigger some enemies.
I'm curious to see.
Maybe let's walk away from the... Yeah, let's just walk away from them for a second and...
They take a second to spawn.
Yeah.
More where that came from.
Did they aggro?
Nope, you have to run towards them. There we go. They can't get to you because the droids are in the way. The AI pathing's not letting it happen.
That's hilarious.
Time to take you down to size.
Communication
Atten's going, though.
Yeah.
and bring about the termination of us.
I like the idea that they're giving the speech and they're being cut down.
At the same time.
Yeah.
Where's my destroyed droid?
It's there. There it is. And...
Everyone down.
Why
Also, I went back and looked through the footage, and Kreia absolutely destroyed Droided T3. Because she also took a swing out of it.
She did.
She absolutely used the
Oh,
Droid.
yeah.
Yeah, she took
Okay.
a swing, too. I think it's like one of your current top clips on Twitch. She
What
absolutely
the fuck
did it.
was that
I
about?
have no idea how. I've
Why?
never seen that.
Dude, I don't know what it is about me playing video games, but, like, I picked the right job. Like, when I was testing...
Oh, hold
What's
up.
that stench?
Listen. The wind from the cave tells of great power within. Recently awakened.
Yes, a great, powerful stench.
There is great power and dark energy within this cave. I would advise you to finish your explorations within the Academy before venturing into the cave.
It's no ordinary nose that can accept the deep Sith thoughts.
So, two things.
A millennia-old fart stews
Only-
within this cave.
Only the truest of Sith Lords can smell this stench.
So, two
And
things.
survive.
There's the cave.
Yeah.
There's the cave, TM, capital T, capital C. And, yeah, you might want to run away from the entrance so you don't accidentally go in there.
Do we have to kill these things, though?
They're going to come out to you.
Okay.
But yeah, as Kreia said, go to the Academy.
Yeah,
first.
no, they literally video games kited
Yeah, it
you,
said, like, hey, don't go in here first.
which is more than fine. That's okay.
After we kill these guys, do a quick little look up and see if there's a 5G Sith tower on top of it. No! Unfortunate. See, they really should have built one right there.
Right
and they
there
probably
would have been a
had
good spot.
Unlimited power. Unfortunate. Where you go?
Okay.
Where you go?
Back to one of the 4 of those. No?
No, going towards the Academy.
Okay.
Further down the path.
Okay.
Yeah, just don't go into that cave yet. But further along.
That's fine.
Due to its location, it is unfortunate that the map lays it out in between. If it was, if they had time, I'm sure they would have moved the cave beyond.
This is the tomb.
Remember these guys?
Deadly
Tukatas.
Tukata, yeah.
Tukatas.
Yeah. We fought those in the caves, didn't we?
Fought them everywhere on a Korriban, basically.
Yeah.
They are a Korriban boy.
This is the tomb of Sith Master Odorous Arungus. His farts were known to have a stench
You joke,
worse
but he-
than all others.
You joke, but he did pass away.
Yeah.
Which is
Exactly.
unfortunate. It is unfortunate. Because, my god, Gwar's the best. Gwar's the fucking best. I've seen them live 2 or 3 times now, and they're fucking great.
The smell of Gwar was an ability only the deepest, heaviest Sith guts could produce.
This is one part bit. This is one part for serious. I'm sure they had a smell so powerful you could taste it.
You want to talk deep Sith farts, you better call up Odorous Arungus, bro.
Looks like somebody left the doors of the Academy wide open. I have a bad feeling about this.
Remember,
This door was left open on purpose. Someone is expecting us.
Oh.
You can expect more than these beasts within the Academy. Be prepared.
remember when Atten says, I got a bad feeling about this, you should save.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Also...
You haven't experienced a live show until you've seen a crazy-looking monster proceed to jack off a giant dick into a crowd, and then turn around, grab a sword, and battle a animatronic dinosaur.
Like I said, Sith Lord.
Yes, absolutely. If there was a definition of Sith Lord, that would be... Anyone in Gwar would be a Sith Lord. Absolutely.
It's like, this is a trap. They left the door open on purpose. Because
The universe is shocked at what I'm saying, but I don't understand how you aren't aware of Gwar.
some of the children might not be aware of Gwar.
That's true. This is also a band that, in some shows, they hand out white shirts so you can get them spray painted with, get them sprayed on with all the gunk coming off the stage, and you can keep it like a
Folks,
fucking, yeah.
Google search GWAR.
You need to understand who Gwar is.
Imagine Power Rangers villains, except way
band.
more adult, and they're a band.
Also, just to put it in perspective, there is an episode of Jerry Springer where Gwar is on it, and I realize that probably means nothing to the Zoomers, but that means something to the Millennials.
That's pretty impressive.
It's some good shit.
I was gonna say, like, whoever had to keep the door open, just put a dog body down as if it were like an elevator. Just put a beast body, just like, keep the door open that way.
Yep.
All right.
Hi, Academy. Oh, hey.
Oh, fuck!
Yep.
Of course. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Duh.
Who were you expecting?
I don't know. Also, look at your boys.
Oh, yeah.
Her apprentice is here. Find him.
Ooh, that texture.
Hey, hey, hey! It's me, kids!
It has been
Your favorite clown!
It has been a minute, so I understand why if you forgot about him, and it's because it is unfortunate. Because I think Nihilus overshadows him a little bit. Because how do you beat literal Eldritch horror? But this guy is pretty fucking cool too. So the layout is actually the exact same. As it is in the
No
first
bodies. All right.
There is a sack to the left. Unless if it's just texture. It's just set dressing.
Okay. In fact, this room was where a lot of people were hanging out and
training.
Training, yeah. Totally.
Yep. Which means that this should lead us directly to the main little area, little hub area of this academy.
Okay. Send in the clowns. Here we go. And then we'll just,
Are you telling me there are Sith hanging out in the Sith Academy? No.
And here we go. This is what we saw earlier. Like these guys in their
this
style.
design, yeah.
So now that confirms what we need to know. They got the goggles. They look more like ninja-esque.
This design was also similar to the ones from we fought on Onderon, but they are a little different on Onderon.
They remind me of Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, the dorms are up ahead.
So the one straight ahead is the exit, like the exit back into the landing pad, if you remember from the first game.
But I remember the dorm hallways, and I remember where we did the great Onasi screw job.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, I mean we're gonna do some exploration in here. We got time. We gotta look around and do some stuff.
Tukata.
And a better cardio regulator. The Tukata are getting to be a major obstacle in the hunt for Sith holocrons. We've been trying to use our stealth generators to sneak past them, but some fool bumped into one of them wandering around and got himself eaten. Now the taste of fresh blood has driven the damn beasts wild. It's okay, we're never going to use stealth again because fuck stealth. Just murder them all.
Oh, so it's like a zoo where if the animal gets a taste of blood, you got to put it down.
I guess. Just got a taste for human flesh. Again, if it's like the hisses, Darkseid did it. Darkseid fucked everyone up. Which is fair. 124 is pretty fucking... 130 per shock is pretty fucking good. Jesus Christ.
You'd think those Sith ghosts would possess something a bit stronger than the shitty alligators, but maybe they're just that weak.
Maybe that's all there was nearby.
Maybe they're just like easy to possess, and they're too shit to do much more.
Well, again, by their own logic, the Sith that don't survive would be the weakest, right?
Well, what?
The Sith that don't survive in Sith culture,
yes,
would be the weaker Siths, correct? So the ones alive would absolutely be.
Damn it!
Oh, spawn some enemies. Also, definitely.
Oh wait, you're lightsaber boys. All right, come get me. I will fight you.
Nope, they're not lightsaber boys.
No, rather,
yeah,
you're Sith.
Yeah,
you're not animals. I will cut you down.
I will not murder you instantaneously with lightning. I will give you a fair fight.
Chewed Twi'lek corpse.
Thermal detonator. Yep. It is the work log of a Twi'lek treasure hunter. Of interest is the last entry. IJ thinks I'm wasting my time, but I will make it past this damn door, even though I have to blow it to bits with the thorium charges. We were sent here for the holograms, and I refuse to be the only one left empty-handed. So, this is the other door that requires thorium charges. So there's 2 doors in this game that you have to blow up with a thorium charge to get through. One of them is here.
I'll bet even the Ebonhawk couldn't blast through this door.
And the other one's on Duxon.
Jedi left her impression here. This door has been sealed intentionally.
A dark Jedi has left her thing here. Yeah. So we may want to open
But
that.
that's not even... Oh, interesting. Okay. Because I get, like, I'm remembering the layout, right? A bit. And I remember that, the room with the Revan mask was in here. Like, the actual Revan mask. I remember I picked it up in a room right towards the central hallway.
Everyone down!
Do you remember what I'm talking
you mean
about?
this mask, or you mean it said Darth Revan's mask? Because I don't think Darth Revan's mask is a drop in this game.
No, it was in KOTOR 1. It was the moment I finally got
Sith mask.
the Sith mask.
Yeah.
And it was
So that room was the old head of the Academy's room, where you had to go in to poison him for the fight at the end. There was an option. There's a subplot where you can go in and poison him.
Yes.
Yeah, that's his old room. Now, from a little bit of speculation here, Vsauce said her, not him, and the leader was not a her.
And we were
We were asking earlier if Revan came back here for a minute.
well.
We have to check the other side. Did we check the other side? We did not. And shock staff and an orange crystal. Hey. That orange and the copper one don't look particularly good.
Just replace the word "gand" with money.
Yep. Basically.
Lol.
Free money. Like, I'm gonna say it and someone's gonna go, actually I did it, but did anyone ever use the daggers?
Daggers.
Like the GAN silencers and the exchange.
Oh, like the
negotiators?
short ass blades.
Yeah. Does anyone use those in this game?
I mean, I guess
Someone is actively typing right now and going, "My God, I can't believe Little V is such a dumbass. They're actually the most broken things in the game." but like, I honestly have never used them once.
The only scenario I can imagine is if you're someone who likes to make thieves in all games.
Yeah. Right.
And then you want to make the closest thing to a D&D thief class in KOTOR.
Yeah, like, I could only see them being useful if it's one-on-one and you want to just stun the guy, like, it's stun lock the guy, because they're good for stunning, but, like, they don't do a lot of damage, you know?
Yeah. Note to the new students, in the absence of many Sith Masters, basic training has been automated. To begin using the training system, access the nearest student terminal and enter new_recruit to create a new user ID. If you encounter any difficulties, solve them yourself. Students who are too weak to be self-reliant will soon fail here. That is fucking great.
Automated Sith learning. I like that.
You want IT? Fix your own fucking problems. Or go die. Who cares?
Yeah. I love the idea of, like, we can't even be bothered to train you anymore. Go fucking do it yourselves.
Again, this
Get past tier 1, and then maybe we'll talk.
Exactly. That's it. It's like, what do you think we're here for?
Learn to code.
Shit, dude. Shit.
Universe said it, not me. I just repeated it.
Learn to code.
Learn to code.
But I've just been a spiritual force user all my whole life. I never had any experience. What?
Learn to code, lol. Learn to Sith, lol.
System commands, no good. All right, new recruit.
New recruit recognized. There was no underscore there. This is wrong. Memorize your ID. Losing may result in disciplinary action.
3401726 B853 S50X001.
Oh, you sneaky motherfuckers.
You just gotta make a song out of it.
Well,
3401726 B853 S5000. In fact, that's literally what it was. Yeah. But like, would I even be able?
Luckily, the easy way to fix it is it goes 00, not 00. Like, because obviously the top one.
Oh yeah.
Right?
The difference is right there.
If you memorize 00, that nails it down to 2, and then if you remember that there are more digits in the initial thing, then,
yes,
then you're good.
Or you just get the computer ability.
Exactly.
Which that's not computer. That's memory.
Yeah, that's literally just memory.
It's not computer at all.
That should be just basic memory skills.
Does the machine kill you if you forget?
To be fair, my memory skills used to be very good at memorizing numbers, and then the phones happened, and I stopped. I still have my high school ID card number memorized from fucking 12 years later.
Wow.
But for whatever reason, I barely memorize anyone's phone numbers anymore.
Well, life replaced that. No one does. Back in the day, memorizing phone numbers was normal and a regular thing, and we have the capability to do so. But that's all gone, you know?
Yeah, there's certain numbers I memorize just out of necessity, but, like, I very rarely go like, oh, yeah, I'll just do a little memory exercise.
In the meantime, these Sith computers are here to absolutely fuck with you.
Yep.
And cut the weed from the chaff. I can imagine the headmaster just being like, we will run the Sith computers on Windows ME.
No!
We will install a Bonzi buddy on all of them.
Oh, God.
The thickest malware on every browser.
Jesus Christ.
And a 28.8 kbps modem.
Also, you want connection to the fucking HoloNet?
56K modem. And all of the things required are flash and images.
Macro media flash. Occasionally your mother will pick up the phone mid-download as you use Kazaa.
That was my dad. That was actually the reason why I didn't even get a chance to access the internet until my late high school era, because he would have 3-hour-long phone calls, and I would be like, time to go do my homework that's required online, and my dad'd be like, what the fuck? It'd be like, well, I need to do it. It's required online. And instead of being like, oh, okay, sorry, son, here you go, I'd be like, that's fucking stupid. I'm going to go complain to the school board. It's like, Dad, just put the phone down for a minute.
A true Sith Lord would solve the problems.
Fun fact, the first time I had high-speed internet available to me that wasn't at school or at a friend's house was 2009.
That is fucking crazy,
and
dude.
11 years later, I am a fucking YouTuber, so there you go.
Wow.
There you go, boys and girls.
Wow. Okay.
Fucking okay, boomer. 28, by the way. All right. Due to the absence of a headmaster, we have switched to an automated training system until further notice. Choose a command!
Bring me back a terabyte of torrent data using only this, a Disc of America Online.
Oh my God.
Okay, well, greetings, student. Message of the day follows. Due to the absence of a headmaster, we switched the automated training system on until further notice. Choose a command. Access the learning material. Level 1 access granted.
Ooh, don't pay attention to that.
Hey, ho, hey. Loading.
There we go.
All right, take the level 1 written test. Sure. We're doing a Sith test.
So the learning area is an area where we go learn all the information to take the test, but I feel like we can get our way through this. Let's see if we can get our way through this. We're gonna go loot that room either way.
I don't even know why I'm taking this test, but fuck it. Let's test our Sith knowledge.
Yeah, let's see where we're at.
Sith 101.
Again, pay no attention to the red lights behind me.
Level 1 test. The message follows. It contains 5 questions. At the end of the test, you will be told how many questions you answered correct. To proceed to level 2, you must correctly answer 4 questions. It is recommended that you study the learning material in the library before proceeding. I see.
Wooly, in the words of, well, slight modification, anyone can do it if you study. Anyone can do it if you fucking practice.
You discover a box of kittens abandoned. What do you do, hotshot? What do you do?
What do you do indeed?
All right, let's figure out this test.
Which of the following Sith Lords does not possess a tomb on Korriban?
This is super easy.
Naga Sadow, Ajunta Paul, Mark of Ragnos, Frida Nad. The answer is...
Frida Nad.
Frida Nad. Question 2. A number of Sith Lords conducted the burial ritual of the great Marka Ragnos. The ritual required all Sith Lords in attendance to be evenly spaced at a perfect circle. Ludo Kresh led the ritual from the coveted sixth position, directly opposite Simus the 16th position. How many Sith Lords conducted the burial ritual? Fucking math questions?
More math questions. All right, it's a perfect circle.
A Millennium Falcon is traveling 8 parsecs on the back of another Millennium Falcon that's going at light speed.
I will ready the 4th car crash story and prime it while we're doing this. Don't worry, guys.
If Chewie hits the thrusters, how fast to do a suicide? to do a warp speed suicide?
Yeah.
And how rad is it?
So if it's perfectly even, it would be an even number, yeah? If it's perfectly already, so that already gets rid of some of those answers.
Okay, so X number of Sith Lords conducted a burial ritual. It required all in attendance to be evenly spaced around a perfect circle, so even. So person A led the ritual from the 6th position, opposite the 16th. So if 6 and 16 are facing each other, then you would have to say 6 and 16. So then...
so what's the difference of 6 and 16?
15 to 5. So then if you add 5 to 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, the answer would be 21. Question 3. Which of the following creatures would be least suitable as a pet for a Sith Master?
Well, I know this one's pretty obvious. You may not remember, but I remember.
Least suitable as a pet. The Hissis are Sithy as fuck.
Chirac are the big wing thing. We just found that.
Chakata are also on this planet. Giska.
Remember those things?
Were the...
You may not remember because I think you took the dark side path, but they are stuck with you on the light side for a long time on KOTOR until you...
Oh, they're on your ship, right?
Yep, the little bullshit things.
I was trying to remember the name, and that's why I said the Mukashakapakas.
Yep, that's the Giska.
The Giska.
Which I think would be a very terrible thing for a Sith Lord.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And then the Boma Beast. Because you didn't... The more you kill them, and they replicate or whatever the fuck. Or they keep just popping babies out.
Yeah, and they're a pest.
And what was a Boma Beast?
The big fucking thing that you tried to mind control on Duxon.
Okay.
Those creatures on Duxon, the bigger ones, not the smaller ones.
Which of the following statements is not a paradox? The student teaches his instructor, who teaches his student. The student teaches his instructor, who teaches his student.
I've memorized his answer because I like the answer.
I always lie.
Is that not a paradox or a paradox?
Yeah, you're looking for the one that's not a paradox. This statement is false. To be powerful, one must have an army. To have an army, one must be powerful. Is no the answer to the question? Is no the answer? I mean, this sounds like it to me, but is no the answer to the question? That's a weird one. I don't even understand its context, but I'm going to say 4 because these are paradoxes. Paradoxi.
So before you hit 4, the answer is 2.
Oh, shit. Do you understand 5?
Is no the answer to the question? Of the question being posed of which of these statements is
but it's
not a paradox?
Which of the following statements is not a paradox? Is no the answer
like
to
the
question?
actual, like the question he's saying. Is no the answer to the question? That's the question. That's the question, and that's the answer.
Oh, okay.
But it's 2.
To be powerful, you have to have an army. And to have an army, you have to be powerful. I guess, yeah, you know what? I guess when you put it that way,
yeah.
Well, the requirements on both sides are okay. Yeah. I always lie.
That is the answer.
But aren't you lying by saying... Like, if you say I always lie, but if you're not lying in that moment, then that's a paradox, isn't it?
I always lie means you're lying.
You're still lying. You're still lying because you're telling the truth.
It is 2, though. I can guarantee it is 2.
Okay. And then this one, the student teach. I'm trying to think about it for a second. The student teaches his instructor, who teaches his student. The instructor who teaches his student is being taught by the instructor. I don't understand the one anyway. That doesn't make any sense.
It is 2, though.
All right. Question 5. The path to breaking chains is...
What's the Sith code, Woolie? I said it at the
Following...
I said it at the start of this entire playthrough on episode 1. Do you remember what the Sith code is?
Following Daenerys Targaryen, Stormborn, first of her name, protector of the realm.
Hey, the camera.
Lord of the Seven Kingdoms.
Obviously this isn't playing well to the anime, but my hands are in the air, so know that I am not looking at a phone when I recite this.
The breaker of chains, long may she reign.
Would you like me to recite the Sith code? Because I know it from memory.
Okay, hold on a second.
I guess what it is?
Let me just put it together. Through passion I gain strength, through strength I gain power, and through power I gain victory. Or through strength I gain passion. No, that doesn't make sense. Through victory I gain power. No, that doesn't make sense. Through power I gain... No. It's got to be number 1.
Peace is a lie. There's only passion. Through passion I gain strength. Through strength I gain power. Through power I gain victory. Through victory my chains are broken. The Force shall free me.
That's you go.
The Sith code.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Called it. Test results.
Also, I know... so we messed up 1, and I think it was the math question.
Oh! Really?
It was the circle question, yeah.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Also, please ignore
21.
the red lights behind me in the Sith robe. I am on the light side. Shut up, blue lightsaber. Shut up.
All right. Maybe we can figure this out.
Okay.
6, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right? Then...
I'm going the other way. If it's 6 and 16 are across from each other, I'm adding this way. 6 to 16 minus 6. There's 10 on this side.
Okay, what I did was I took the number of people before the 6th, and then I basically said that's the halfway point. Mm-hmm. So then to meet the other halfway point, you'd have to add that same number. Therefore, 16, you'd have to add the remaining 5 people to get up to the top.
But the difference between 6 to 16 is 10.
Okay, but if you were to go the other way, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then 21, 22, or rather 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, now we have 10. So if you were to do both halves of the circle, on one side you have the 6 to 16, or the 7 to 16, I guess, if you want, or 7 to 15 if you don't want to count those people. And then on the other side, you have to go from 5 back to 1, and then you have to go from 16 up to that 5, I thought. All right, well.
Don't worry, I'm sure there's someone yelling at you right now.
That's fine.
Just like, the anime's not there yet, but just like how they probably yelled at us on the math questions that are probably a full episode in the tomb. Also, that means confirmed, math is a construct of the Sith. Because so far, only math questions, minus the code... transmission code, which was a dash dot system at the very start of the game in progress. All of the questions have been in a Sith Academy or temple.
They said it had to be even, didn't they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 20 is the answer, because it's a perfectly round circle, right? Symmetrical circle.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure the answer is 20, but I can't remember the exact math of how to get there, because, again, it's been too long, and I'm not about to fry my brain again.
No,
doing that.
like, honestly, it would be like just drawing it on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Would be the way to sort that out. He says as he grabs a piece of paper.
You gonna do it real quick here? Right, so the fourth car crash story in the Balkan tour is not that crazy or eventful. It was just some guy who didn't fucking go forward in front of us, and although technically it was our fault in this time. That was just a light little tap. Not nearly as exciting. But leading into another story, I guess we can talk about... Well, Woolie is drawing. I guess we can talk about... On that, the Balkan tour was probably the most interesting and exciting and eventful tour I've ever had. Because in that same tour, there was car crashes, there was illegal dens of scum and villainy, there was bribing border guards, and there was I guess talk about the car being broken into. It was really funny because we were in a car, had our gear in it from a show.
It's 20.
It is 20. Got it. Okay, let me finish the story real quick. Bullet points. Get out of our car, go meet someone at night. Immediately, we're all like, this is a really bad place to be parking. I don't feel like this is a good place to park our car. Go back in, go in a club, come out 5 minutes, window smashed, the bass is gone, my backpack, which has my snare drum, and all of my dirty underwear in it is gone. The GPS is gone for some reason. And, So we spent the next day getting a replacement base, worked out that way. But to the man who stole my backpack full of studio underwear, get fucked. I can't. I want to know what. I hope you had to smell it when you opened the backpack and went, ah, fuck. So, yeah, because that's underwear of, like, sitting in a car for a whole day and then performing. So I had not washed it. Enjoy, motherfucker.
There you go. The final Sith question. You have been tasked with creating the sequel to a beloved game by a studio that was more prepared than you, using only their code. How many months do you have till you must hit the release candidate?
Well, the true answer is actually like 9 months, but due to Sith darkness and energy, you were able to extend it to 14.
You have failed compliance. Access learning material.
We already did that, so now we can access the training room, because we are at level 2.
Yep.
And there's the training room opening up now. You remember that room?
Damn, I passed it without studying.
Yep.
So what was the studying gonna even be?
All the knowledge, like the circle and different Sith concepts and stuff. Don't worry, we'll be going. Oh, hey.
For a second.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
wait,
guys,
Atten was a
guys,
deep state sleeper agent.
Well, it's not even that, but it's like shades of Onasi, shades of the Onasi screw job of 08.
What was the trigger word? Was it I always lie? Was it Giska? Was it 20?
And it's like, rotate the camera. Oh.
Okay, you're cool still.
Atten's like, what? What the fuck? What the fuck, dude?
Dude! I confessed my deepest, darkest secrets. Fuck you.
Oh, man.
Where that came from?
Hey.
Like I said, like, there's just moments in life where, you know, like, you're going to visit your parents, you're going to visit the parents of your girlfriend for the first time, and as you enter the house, a boss life bar appears at the bottom of the screen.
Why do I hear boss music?
Uh-oh. 2 life bars, fucking Ornstein and Smoggy it over to you.
Yeah.
Bindo's Bando.
Oh.
Kyber Dart.
That's both Jolie Bindo's band.
Sure it is.
And Ulic Qel Droma's suit.
Sure is.
In the same fucking container.
Sure is. What is up with Jolie getting so much play?
Because, let's be honest, Jolie's one of the best characters from KOTOR 1.
But that's not it, right? He's the only gray Jedi.
Yeah.
So in a game where you could also be a gray, they must have had to have like a, well, you can either grab these generic gray robes or you can go after the one legendary guy.
Yeah.
There was one guy that did it.
Yeah.
And he's the only one.
I wouldn't be surprised if Jolie has like an actual like influence over the concepts in this, because yeah, because I mean it's introduced in KOTOR 1, not really fully fleshed out as it is in KOTOR 2, but it's like, yeah, here's a Jedi who went fuck it and went and lived in the woods because I'm tired of all this bullshit. Leave me alone.
I mean, he's the only gray name that we bother with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there we go. So we got the suit. Anything cool to say about it? Because Qel Droma is kind of an important figure.
It's all right. I like the...
Before we continue, for those watching, I would like everyone to understand the hilariousness of wearing this armor as fanny pack. We'll come back to this later, but I just want everyone to just take this in for just a second.
It looks very cop. It does. It just does.
Yep.
So let's put our other...
Let's see what it says first. Just any information about it. After killing his brother during the Exar Kun War, Ulic Qel Droma abandoned this armor and all the trappings of his service to the dark side. It is powerful if tainted. It is a powerful tainted item. So Ulic Qel Droma was just a refresher, was on the light side, fell to the dark side, and I believe, you know what? Before I even say that, I'm gonna actually confirm this, because if I get this wrong, I won't hear the end of it. And people will be yelling at me forever. But if I remember correctly, Ulic Qel Droma was cut off from the Force by the Council.
Oh, really? After killing his brother during the Exar Kun War, Ulic Qel Droma abandoned the armor and all the trappings of his service to the dark side. It's a powerful, if tainted, item. Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's a little bit of poetry in motion.
Mm-hmm.
It rhymes.
A little bit of it rhymes. I'm going to double check here, because, again, I have prefaced this with, hey,
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm going to check this right now. The phone is right here. I am looking.
Say the woolly words. Say the woolly words.
Well, no, you don't have to say the woolly words, because the thing is, people are going to correct me even if I'm right.
Either way.
Sorry, it's a long-ass fucking article.
I can upgrade our girl in the
let's do that. It's a long-ass article. Wikipedia is very fleshed out.
We can top her off. We can give her some stuff. Blaster pistol. That's stupid. That makes no sense.
That's a fucking hilarious picture, by the way.
Oh my god, the fucking... Yeah.
XR Kun and Qel Droma
the
doing
old
the
Star
fucking...
Wars comics, man, when you have goofy old 90s comics
Oh, I
art.
love it. It just basically Kun and Qel Droma doing the fucking Dylan, you son of a bitch handshake.
It's honestly, sometimes we go back to that old Star Wars comic stuff, the old lore, and I'm like, it's a shame that it's a product of its time.
Yes, he was stripped of the Force. He absolutely was. Okay. I was correct. But yeah, it's that look. It's that goofy art.
It's a product of its time.
Yeah.
You know? Unfortunately. And what are you going to do? So you just kind of, for all time, for all canon, it's going to look like a bunch of fucking Flash Gordons with these little metal bands like fighting each other, you know?
You just can't escape it. Well, I guess you can technically escape it, because now Disney went, nope. But, you know, that's a whole... We've talked about that enough at this point. But yeah, no, the look is pretty funny.
Very,
You know, it's actually a pretty good idea, a good thing that we have at least one character with max stealth, because stealth does play in item crafting.